Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid is a spin-off book from the graphic novel series Diary of a Wimpy Kid, where Rowley is now the one that gets to document his own life in his own diary. Or at least, that's what the book is intending to do on the surface.
Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response that occurs when hostages or abuse victims bond with their captors or abusers. This syndrome was originally observed when hostages who were kidnapped not only bonded with their captors, but also fell in love with them.
No name comes to mind faster than that of Rowley Jefferson, a longtime victim of abusive behavior from his supposed best friend Greg Heffley. Not only does Rowley get the receiving end of cruel pranks and jokes, he's also tricked into doing Greg's bidding, all while being manipulated into believing that that's how a normal friendship should go.
One page into the book, and Rowley already can't help but mention his inspiration being taken from his best friend, Greg Heffley. Notice the line saying he wants to clarify that this book will specifically not be about Greg, but about himself. 2 pages later, Greg is brought up again, and it just goes to show that the reason is because Rowley mentions his dad does not like him. And it's understandable why, yet Rowley excuses this as measly difference in humor.
Let's take a look at some of the jokes and pranks previously mentioned that are shown in the book.
First, we have Greg making Rowley laugh while he drinks milk, a serious choking hazard. Then there's the time when Greg told Rowley about a house burglar on the news when they were hanging out at his house, home alone, where he then proceeded to act like he had to go home, and in reality, he stayed in secret and started making noise to freak Rowley out. And when Rowley went into his flight or fight mode and defended himself once he was cornered in his garage, Greg had the audacity to get angry and blame Rowley for not recognizing his footsteps. I guess he's got a pretty good point. How sad. Ooh, now let's talk about the time Greg told Rowley there was a force field preventing him from going to the bathroom before bed, knowing full well that Rowley always has to go to avoid accidents. And the torment did not just stop there. Greg started toying with Rowley, and eventually Rowley had to resort to some real drastic stuff.
Now that we've seen how much of a comedian Greg is, let's see how strong of a candidate he would be for American Ninja Warrior. 'Cause man, his mental gymnastics games, out of this world.
Greg constantly gaslights Rowley throughout the book, either to get what he wants or to make himself feel better. Remember earlier how I mentioned that Rowley specifically said that this book would be about him? Well, yeah, that lasts about 2 seconds before Greg manipulates Rowley into making it about himself. Then Rowley recalls the time when he first moved into Greg's neighborhood. Greg told him that he had planted a flag in the empty lot where his house is before it was built, and that now he owned the house plus everything in it. Rowley's dad had to be the one to tell him that that was a lie, and this is yet another reason that his dad doesn't like Greg. Another manipulation tactic Greg uses is when he gets Rowley to do chores for him for various phony awards that will be worth a lot of money one day when Greg is rich and famous. And only when the awards start diminishing in quality does Rowley start questioning his actions. But that's when Greg would just come up with even more bogus awards, and more and more and more. Once that didn't work anymore, Greg started using a point system where once Rowley reaches 100 points, he would get a special mystery prize. Well, at some point, Rowley wised up and didn't buy into that anymore. And surely enough, he was right, thinking that the prize was fake all along. Greg's quick thinking still got the best of him, however, and he made Rowley believe that the laundry thing was just a test to see if he would peak and that he had failed. Now he had to earn 100 points to earn the real prize.
Let's do a quick speedrun of some of the most ridiculous lies that Rowley has been fed by Greg.
Greg told Rowley that he was dating a model in secret, obviously to appear superior to Rowley. Greg told Rowley that the star on the dial pad on his phone was a direct line to the North Pole and Santa, which he would threaten to call whenever Rowley would do something Greg doesn't like. He said he's 500 years old and doesn't age and that he has to move every couple of years so no one finds out, that he knew Abraham Lincoln in middle school and that he was a jerk. Yeah, I'm sure Greg would have a problem with Abraham Lincoln's anti-slavery propaganda. Which ties in well to the time Greg told Rowley that he filled out a form to legally adopt him, and so now he had to do whatever he tells him to do.
If these are just some of the lies that Rowley has figured out are pure malarkey, I can only imagine what other lies Greg has told him that Rowley still believes. And finally, my last point. Greg's family is also part of the problem.
Rowley's unconditional love for Greg is not only due to Greg's manipulation. Greg's mom actively belittles the problems of Greg and Rowley's dysfunctional relationship when she states that sometimes friends get on each other's nerves, knowing full well that Greg is the main problem. This wasn't just a throwaway line either. It's actually one of the last lines in the book when Rowley specifically quotes Greg's mom and concludes, "Well, me and Greg get on each other's nerves a lot, so I guess that just proves that we're best friends."
Oh yeah, and another quick thing.
Rowley got sexually harassed by Greg's little brother Manny, and Manny actively tries to silence Rowley from coming out with the story.